hunt reapers underground. We hope you survive.
Happy Hallow October to you demons out there. We are back for Reaper's Halloween horror series, and I couldn't be happier to have Hunter Redfern. He is on fucking fire right now, coming off fresh off of Return of the Corn Zombies, and currently has a phenomenal film. It's literally got something for everybody. Crack Coon is officially on Screenbox. We'll be talking about that. And if y'all haven't seen it yet, well, you'll get a glimpse of it again tonight. And it far superseded my expectations. And Hunter is brilliant in this. And, we're always talking about the great ladies in the indie horror community. And trust me, they are fantastic. But we never talk enough about the men of the indie horror community. And Hunter is definitely somebody who just keeps getting the call back. And there's a reason for that. So definitely stay tuned for that. But first, we're going to take a quick commercial break to our brothers in the UK over at Poison Valley. Oh, they're called Scareware now, but nonetheless, check them out. Allahu Akbar! That's right. They are now known as Poison Valley Scareware, and definitely be looking out in the near future for a new commercial. But some of the same designs that you guys saw in that commercial are still available. So go to Poison Valley Scareware on Facebook and get yourself a hot fucking custom horror t-shirt. All right.
I know I'm going to get me one. That Poison Valley.
See? I'm telling you, man, you gotta get one. He'll make David over there. He's a fucking genius. He's a great artist. You tell him what you want, he'll make it happen. He actually made 3 different shirts for me in the past, and I'm very, very happy with it. Good evening to everybody. Aaron, Cody, Lizzie, Rebecca, and I'm sure. Oh, well, yeah, I just said Cody. Sorry. Getting ahead of myself here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the time for every horror lover out there to share this out anywhere and everywhere that people need to know about the great Hunter Redfern. By the way, what are you drinking, brother?
Nice Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Not sponsored, but maybe we can get a sponsor.
Oh,
Poison
that'd be
Valley
badass.
and Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar.
I've been trying to pull a fucking whiskey sponsor forever.
Dude, a whiskey sponsor? What's there's
I'm
Paul
working on
Nada. Paul Nada, dude. I love Paul Nada.
Oh, fucking hell, he's here. What is up, my brother? You know, he has been such a huge supporter of the show for the last 3 years. I love this guy. We've got to work together. Let's make it happen soon,
dude,
brother.
Paul Nada had one of the most badass.
Dude, I saw.
Like that picture of him, like with the dude, it just looks so badass. Like that's one of the best pictures that I've seen from the Return of the Corn Zombies shoot.
Seriously, he looks like the next Negan.
Yeah, 100%, dude. That jacket, oh my god.
Oh, the jacket was fly as fuck, most deaf. But well, wait, hey, what's going? Okay,
Aaron,
a few more people in there, but yeah, we'll definitely be talking about that here shortly. What a career you have had up to this point. At what point did you find yourself immersed in the world of indie horror?
It's pretty funny because I started as like I got my history degree, and I was like, okay, after I get this history degree, I'm going straight into acting, and if I don't make it by 60, I'm just gonna be a history teacher and coach football. Because every history teacher becomes a football coach. So I'm like, oh, you know what? If it doesn't work. And so I just dove straight into this, and I was looking through NC filmmakers and actors, just looking for casting calls. I'd got my headshots, and I wound up just seeing this, Jake Robinson do the Wendigo, like a casting call for something.
Oh,
I wound up auditioning for that like that day, and then he had just hired me for the role, and from there. How you're on set, you talk to people, and everything just branches. And
it really does.
Like from that set, I had talked to this amazing FX person named Jamie Apple, and from Jamie Apple, I wound up meeting Bobby Knipe and Angel Bradford on the set of Grandma. And Angel Bradford, dude, me and Angel Bradford from that have been just tight. Like she's one of my best friends in this industry per se. And just from there, just everything just bounces, kind of going out of my way, just doing, just sending emails, and just everything just connected to horror. And I'm like, I didn't think I was going to be a horror person, horror actor,
Were you a big fan previously?
I was a big fan of found footage horror because I loved As Above, So Below, Cloverfield.
Gotcha. Cloverfield. Yeah. I'll tell you what, that was rather interesting. Not to mention the Blair Witch Project. Completely faked out every single person in the United States when that came out.
There are whole classes taught on how that was advertised.
No shit. I believe it.
It's crazy how well of a marketing campaign that they did, just fooling everybody. But going back to whatever question that was, sorry, I'm everywhere. But yeah, Cloverfield, found footage. I loved it, and it's ironic that The Wendigo was a found footage horror film. And from then, I just kept doing horror because that's who I wound up knowing. So that's how I ended up.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Were you ever a fan of, the slasher genre, any of the 80s horror, anything like that, 90s horror,
Not until I started getting into it. And after I started getting into it, it's after I started just being in them and being slashed up, I'm like, dude, I want to see how other people get slashed up because I'm getting fucked up, and let's see how these people got fucked up in the 80s or 90s. So,
oh man, there's some very, very dramatic kills in any of the epic horror films, from Freddy to Jason till Micah Myers. All those big ones in the 90s. I mean, come on, Scream. Kicked off the 90s and gave all of us something new, and it was definitely a new icon. So did you ever kind of become a fan of those?
On the set of Backroads 2, I believe a couple of months ago, people were talking about how funny some of these older horror movies are, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and how the second one was just a comedy. It wasn't even a horror. And so
it had its moments, though.
It had its moments, but let's be just the dude's doing this the whole time. But that's the brilliance of the gentleman that played the dad, and then of course
Bill. Damn it.
Bill got ran over by
Bill Moseley.
Yeah, he got ran over.
I mean,
in Charlotte, in North Carolina.
Right. So, I mean, just a stellar cast there. And they brought something different because the first one, as you know, from 1974,
Mhm.
was very, very serious, and it was fucking scary.
Mhm.
If you could imagine being, let's say a teenager or an adult at that point in
Mhm.
1974, and here's this Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's this family that kills people and eats them.
Mhm.
It was huge, but shit, I don't know what it was, but when that second sequel came through, it was like, woo! Now it's become fun.
Yeah, I know, right? It just opens up so many possibilities. It's just for everybody who wants to get into the genre, and
So would you say
love it.
that's kind of one of the big aspects of indie horror that you really enjoy is the comedy?
Yes, I do love the how free a lot of these directors are with direction. I love just
Mhm.
kind of like since a lot of the characters I have, are kind of comedic, just adding that comedic spin is like so fun to me. And I didn't get to
Mhm.
do that a lot with Return of the Corn Zombies because it's more serious
A little bit more
character.
serious, yes.
But I wanted to be more serious on that one. And I'm glad that I was put into that. Aaron, I've learned myself working on my horror. Dude, yes, dude, yes. Sorry.
Nope, very true.
Aaron got me into horror movies, and I never looked back. Hell yeah, Lizzie. But what was the question?
Everybody has their in.
Mhm.
We were just talking about how you like the comedic roles, but
Yes.
obviously with Return of the Corn Zombies, things were a little bit more serious there,
Hmm.
um, which can always kind of present a challenge because coming off of something like Crackoon, for
Yeah.
instance, this
Yeah.
thing has had me fucking rolling the whole
Dude.
time like I was the one smoking the crack. You know what I mean? Seriously,
Yes.
this thing was nothing short of fucking hilarious.
Mhm.
Let's talk about that for a little
Dude.
bit.
Who was your
This
favorite
was
character?
definitely an homage,
Right.
I think, to 90s horror and probably early 2000s horror too.
Mhm.
Because, every character was over the top,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Just
Frankie?
fucking hilarious.
Frankie? Dude, Frankie. Justin,
Justin and Chris O'Brien.
dude,
Oh, shit.
they are amazing. They play off of each other perfectly. And
Yeah, they
just
do.
and it's a shame. It's not a shame, but it's
Like, I wish
disappointing
that
that
was me.
um no,
I'm fucking with you.
I was saying how Chris not to spoil anything, but Chris kind of, but in the trailer you kind of see it, but Chris kind of, gets taken out. And
In the
dude,
worst way. Oh,
dude,
man.
watch it if you haven't watched it. But dude, Justin throughout the whole movie, like he is just such a funny guy, and just playing that character, like he's funny in real life, but just playing that character is freaking amazing. I love his
Just
character.
watching Rick Germain walking up in there with them fucking corn rolls. I about shit myself. I'm like,
His
because
first line.
his first line was epic. I'm like, did they put you up to that?
Like Rick, the line was, "Hey."
Oh, for real? He added that?
No, I don't know. I was never.
I don't know either. But then again, I mean, it's Brad Twigg. You just never know.
Yeah. Well,
But
Brad is one of those directors where it's like, hey, if you want to go, just go. Like, we'll film it and see what happens.
hell yeah! And Tim Hale is a good dear friend of mine. We go back to the music video that broke my band back in 2020. It was called "Hail to the Succubus," and he was the guy that got killed by all the succubi in the basement, and that's how we had become friends. Epic fucking actor.
Yes.
He exuberates hilariousness.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was kind of feeling like maybe there was some maybe legit banter between the two of you that
Mm-hmm.
was kind of a little bit of ad lib. Is Is that true?
Yes. We
He's
a
got
lot of
one-liners, man.
dude, Tim. Tim, ever since that shoot, Tim's become a really good friend of mine. I actually texted him the other day, just just
Nice.
catching up with
He's
him.
so awesome.
I love Tim, and yeah, a lot of the dialogue we had, like we had that, like it would start off like, hey, this is what we have to say, and then hey, let's see what we can let's add a little bit just to see, like there's a part where we chest bump.
Yep.
like that was
chest bump me. You're like,
chest bump me, bro. Like, and then we just chest bump. That wasn't even in the script. He was just like, dude, chest bump me. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. And,
man, it just reminded me of so many of those, college horror films where you're off on this, retreat just to like for holiday or whatever. And going through the whole permutations. Oh, we don't know when we're ever going to do this again and shit. And you're like all like trying to pump each other up. And I was like, dude, that was so smooth as butter. You guys sold that shit. Loved it.
And in the dialogue between me and Angel, like towards our demise,
right?
A lot of that was improv too. Like,
at least
when we're talking. When we're talking about eating my booty, a lot of that we were just like running with it, and he kept it all in, which is hilarious. But yeah, it was.
I was gonna say you guys had to have had a little bit of trouble trying not to bust up laughing.
Yeah, us four, like we all just messed, and Rosaria. Because us five spent the most time together. Rosario was kind of, she had gone, and because her character, and so us four, we kind of had a lot of time together, and so thankfully, like some sets you don't get that. Like you get people that are kind of like standoffish. You get kind of some people that are, you just don't vibe with, but
like method actors. Those are the ones that usually that they're like in character the entire time.
Yeah, or some character, or anybody that says, "Hey, anybody that says, "Hey, what's my character's motivation?" I'm just like, bitch,
right? Oh man, but I mean, just in this film alone, I mean, you really add a lot to the plate, and there is an art form to dying on camera. I cannot stress this enough, because there's some people that, you guys are tussling with a fucking puppet. You know what I'm saying? And it has to be believable. And the fact that, I don't want to give no secrets away or anything like that, but you're basically catching the thing, and you have to, it's almost like you're making it believable that it is eating you. And I think every fucking scene, everyone that had to work with it, and we're talking about the great Alan Carnes, who also created Big Pecker for my upcoming film, and
Killer Cox, right?
Killer Cox. That's right. He's the one that designed the Killer Mutant Chicken, and he is a master. Just a master at building these things. But I really gotta tip my unholy hat to him and all of you for working with that kind of thing and selling it on film. What was that like for you?
A lot of it was what's funny is we did a take with the puppet on my back, or a few takes, and Michelle actually had like green gloves that came up to here. And like, so she kind of like would do this, and then I'm just like, and at one point, I don't know if it happens pretty quick, but my tooth falls out, or my tooth like gets
man, shit, I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Like I can take my tooth out.
Oh shit, it's one of those.
Yeah, and so
man, that's a cool talent.
Dude, that's booked me probably over 50% of my roles, just telling people I couldn't rip my tooth out.
No shit.
But
Oh
Yeah,
man.
good party trick. A good party trick and a good trick to kind of like get me a
Throw it
little bit
over the
ahead.
top a little bit.
Yeah, but
I love that.
just we did some things with that, and then he told me that he wanted me to act like a CGI raccoon was on me. So there were times when I'm just
Oh.
flailing around like like, and there's not even anything on me.
Oh shit.
But we
Wow.
didn't. But I don't think he put any of that in there. But it was. So he just has me on camera on his computer somewhere, just flailing around like an idiot.
I mean, that's fun. Chris Kaler says his hair is fake too.
Oh yeah.
Always
Yeah.
a pleasure to have you on the show, brother.
I don't know if you know who Tiffany Saggio,
Oh, gotcha.
who she is, but
I think I've heard the name.
we're in a group chat, and for this can I say it? Yeah, I also say it for Perfect Soul, and Tiffany was talking about how she like complimented my hair at one point, like in the group chat, and I said, "Oh, I mean, it's fake, so it doesn't even matter." And so I'm pretty sure she thinks my hair's fake now, and I'm just not gonna say anything. But back to Crackoon, because that's what we're talking about.
I mean, as a
yeah.
as a man who has been hair challenged since the age of 19, I have to say, I mean, you do have a fantastic head of hair.
Thank you. I had to grow it to set myself apart, like, because how many like freaking tall fucking short haired douchebags are there in the world? So
that's
I'm like,
fair.
dude, Jason Momoa is aging out. So who's coming up? This guy.
I mean, that's very, very true. And I think a lot of people with that look, I mean, when we think of, let's say Brad Pitt, for instance, he's another guy that was like, I don't know, born with like some of the best fucking hair in the world. Yeah. He's had it all different lengths, but most of the roles that he's ever done, he's had long hair in. Mm-hmm. I mean, especially, Interview with a Vampire, everybody, every guy, I think across the world was like, damn, I wish I had that kind of hair, and it wasn't a wig. There's no fucking way. I mean, it's not that they didn't have the money, but I mean, you see him today, he's pushing 60, and dude still has this great long fucking hair.
Yeah, he's got the god genetics. Like, this dude is fucking wild.
Now, you might be one of those guys. You never know.
I'm not.
Because honestly, at first, I thought maybe you had somewhat of a modeling career, prior.
No.
Have you ever considered that?
Yes, and I remember being denied many a time.
Really?
Yeah, long ass hair and stuck with a handlebar mustache for 6 years now. Damn.
But Aaron, you pull it off so great, so stop it.
Yeah, you do.
Because guys like Joe, a friend of mine, Joe Rosing, I'm sure you know him as well.
Oh, I love Joe. Dude, Joe is such a good actor. I love Joe.
Oh man, it was great. We've been talking about it since fucking Attack of the Corn Zombies last year. How great it would be to have a scene together, and we finally had it. That's something in the Red Huntress series that you guys will find really kind of fun. Because you think I'm with them, but am I? But yeah, great actor. But damn, the dude fucking, every time I look at his Facebook page, he's got this new model pick out, model shoot or whatever. I'm just like, all right, man, you go ahead and fucking strut your stuff.
Dude, the first time I added him on Facebook, I saw him post him nude, like some nude picture. I'm like, dude, what is going on, dude? Who did I just add? And I'm like, whoa, dude.
Oh, dude, I just crack up about it. I'm like, all right, dude, you go ahead, you little Adonis, you.
Yeah, have you seen Desperate Souls?
I have. Very good film.
Yeah, Angel fucking kills it, and so does Joe. I had auditioned for that, and it was between me and him, and thankfully he
Oh
got
shit!
it.
Wow.
And that's actually how I got in touch with Acrostar, is like
Ah,
that whole thing.
gotcha.
And I just kept in touch over the years, or year or two. But dude, thank God he got that, because he fucking killed that role, dude. Like, I don't know if I could have done what he was doing, but
That's something, in the type of roles that you guys go for, because the type of roles I go for are diabolical. I want to
Mhm.
be the villain. I want to be the mob enforcer,
Mhm.
or, I'm sure I'll probably get picked for, guy who breaks out of prison or some shit like that, just because of my stature.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you're a
All
big dude, man.
all of us big
Intimidating.
guys do that shit.
Mhm.
It's just the way it is. Or especially, I mean, I love doing creature features.
Mhm.
So I love being in the suit. I got to do that. And I was like, I've arrived,
Yeah, I was seeing some of those
but
pictures with you in the suit, and dude, that it looks
you would have
sick.
never known it
Like,
was me.
yeah, I'm like, dude, what is?
It was crazy. Oh shit, Shonda Rawlings in the
Oh, we got
house.
Shonda. Oh my
What's
god, I love
going on,
Shonda.
girl?
Dude, Shonda has made me cry more times
Oh,
than almost
she is just
any other
a
actress
brilliant
in the
light
world.
on any set.
Dude,
It is so fucking true.
you are 100% correct, dude. Like, I love Shonda with a passion. She's
Absolutely.
amazing.
And, I don't know if a lot of people have been, I'm sure most of the Morgrat universe has been looking at all the photos from behind the scenes and stuff from Return of the Corn Zombies. And
Hmm.
it just looks like, all of you survivors totally bonded together.
Hmm. We
And
did.
I mean, that's just what happens. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm. Yes, and it's one thing that was really cool about this set was we were supposed to have two houses, and
Right.
one house wound up not having air conditioning, and it
Ooh.
was like 89 degrees.
Oh man,
So
it was brutal.
all of us were packed into a house. And what was great is none of us argued, none of us did anything negative, and we all just got together, kumbaya, whatever that means, and just had a great time together. Like, it was amazing.
Nice. So there's been some other films that you've done early on as well. But
Mm.
first we'll go ahead and show a few of behind the scenes of the badassery moments in Return of the Corn Zombies. It's like you never catch yourself without a weapon. It's fantastic. You're always wielding something,
Oh,
uh,
yeah.
which is where that like the kind of badassery comes from. But you also did a really cool kind of a thriller series, which was Inner Beauty. I think you were in an episode of that. If you
Yes.
want to tell us a little bit about that.
Inner Beauty, that had me, Jessa Flux, or Daisy, whichever one she goes
Eh,
by. um, Mia,
the artist formerly
Cass,
known as.
yes, Sammy, the Red Huntress
Yes,
was
Morningstar. Yeah.
on there, and she did great. Joe and Paul Nato were freaking my boys in that,
Oh.
and that's where I met Paul, actually.
Yep.
And that's where I met everybody from Acrostar. But um yeah, we got there, and I pretty much just play this big old douchebag. and Jess is my
Oh,
ex in it.
oh
And she
shit.
comes, I'm having a house party. She comes, and I'm like, listen, you used to be thinner. You're I've
Oh,
moved on. I've moved
whoop,
on. You want to be with
whoopsie.
me? Whoops. Sorry. And then I tell her to quit crying. And if she's gonna cry, go to the bathroom because she's ruining the party.
Oh,
and
damn. That's cold as fuck. I mean, it's like 39 degrees in here
yeah, yeah.
now.
And then
Woo.
I go
My
over to
goodness.
Mia's character, and eventually I kind of get what I deserve towards the
We'll
end.
leave it at that because obviously we want people to check that out as well.
Yeah.
Now, this is this a series or is it more like an anthology film?
I think it's I'd say it's a series and anthology because it has the same Beth Metcalf,
Yeah.
amazing person. Love Beth. She is in each of them, and it's kind of like her telling of each of these stories of these love stories that kind of in a bird, and each a lot of people that we've worked with are in each of these Splendor Love series. So boom, I think the fourth one is being released soon. I think it has Sarah Dolan in it and a couple
Nice.
other people that we know. And so yeah, we've got it, just each is like a little segment, and I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but yeah, that's what it is. That's pretty much what it is.
That's awesome. I think everybody out in the Morgrot universe should probably stay peeled to Acrostar's YouTube just in case they release it there, because sometimes they do. They have another series on there too. Bloody Sister something, or
Yes,
I can't remember, but a lot of people were pretty big fans of that. So did you kind of enjoy your role more, would you say, on Return of the Corn Zombies versus doing Crackoon, or is it kind of on the same level?
With Crackoon, I felt very comfortable, like as just playing that douchebag, playing that person that's kind of like it sounds bad, like I'm used to it. I'm used to playing it. But no, I've no, I just it's more natural, I guess. But with Return of the Corn Zombies, I really liked the challenge that came with a more serious role, and I really enjoyed kind of like going through the process. Like at one point in the movie, I get really emotional, and I'm like telling this story to another character, and it took a little bit for me to get to a certain place to even like say the story, because it's like heavy, and I never really done that on another set where I had to get really emotional in a speech. It's normally me telling hey bitch, shut up.
Right.
Yep. Paul Nader just said that next Tuesday Acrostar releases a new short, so I think that's the other inner beauty with
Hell yeah. Nice.
But yeah, the to say which one I enjoyed more, I enjoyed both of them, but I
Chris Stern in the house. What's up?
Chris Stern, I saw your episode. Thanks, man.
He said he saw your episode on YouTube. Awesome.
Thank you, Chris. That means a lot.
Hell yeah. Good to have you, brother.
I appreciate that. I welcomed the challenge that Return of the Corn Zombies brought. Plus, it was really way more physical than like dude, when we were out in the sun, and I was on top of that. When I was on top of that table, for about 20 takes, I'm like,
oh man. Well, I remember because I'm out there looking like half a vegetable plant that's been decayed, and it's like, okay, it's time to have you guys come at them. I was like, cool, we finally get to go. Let's do this shit. And we had to do it a couple times. It was like, fucking hell. There was a hole in the ground.
I remember you yelling about some hole in the ground. I'm like, hey, he's talking about a hole in the ground over there. Is he okay? Like, he might fall.
I was like, everybody beware of this hole in the ground, because as a behind the scenes from Attack of the Corn Zombies, we as a zombie horde come at Mia Katz and her co-star. They're having a moment on this bench in downtown Farmer City, and no one said that if you walk into what looks like used to be some kind of plant or maybe a small tree, but someone had taken it out and it just looks level, and like maybe they filled it in with some stone. So here we go charging through, and my ass is leading the charge, and I step into this fucking hole and almost fell over. I swear, I almost knocked over a couple of people. They all like fucking caught me. I'm like 300 pounds, 6'2". You're gonna catch my ass, okay? But they did, and I was like, okay. So I hope, seeing as this is the sequel, that no one is gonna step in a hole.
Dude. And people, dude, ankles are easy to roll. Dude, I've rolled my ankles so many times, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like I got some weak ass ankles. That's one thing about me. That's one, and I've always said that.
I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of boots you got on, because obviously you're a survivor. You're not wearing, Air Jordans
I wish.
on this adventure. So, you take one false move. I mean, shit happens, especially when you're doing as physical work as you were.
Yeah.
But what was it like wielding all the different weapons?
I kept losing them, dude. I kept losing my machete, bro. And I would leave it where the waters are, or I'd leave it like where we were eating turkey sandwiches. And dude, I just remember before we do a shoot, Michelle, who's freaking so amazing. Michelle would be like, sure. Hunter, do you have your weapon? I'm like, oh shit, I don't. And then she would have it in her hand. I'm like, you could have just gave it to me.
But I mean, there was so much going on there. Mm-hmm. Going back to the first one, it was a smaller cast, and it was so much different too, because they pretty much shot like all the principal stuff before all of us zombies got there. So at that point, it's just action, 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 action. This one is so different, because there are two different survivor factions plus the zombies. I mean, there's a lot of, interaction there. I really wished I could have done more of those days.
There was a day where we had extras that were both homestead and zombies, and Paulinita was there, right? And zombie just zombieing the shit up. And dude, he was killing it.
Gave a fantastic performance.
Oh yeah,
I know. So yeah, just I mean, everyone out there in Morgrot universe, you guys can expect 3 times what we gave you on Attack of the Corn Zombies, and they've all fell in love with that one. It was just, so innocent at the beginning. This is just starting to happen. Now it's 7 years later, and this is what it's like with people surviving. And, honestly, S.J. Herman, he's just fucking brilliant at, being able to jump forward and giving you a look at what that would look like, because he knows, and as well as everybody else does, human nature. You're going to band together. You're going to say, it's just us. It's just the 6 of us. Fuck everybody else. Somebody tries to come with us, we're going to push them out. That kind of thing. Or try to empire build and become their own bosses, So, I mean, there's just so much to expect from this film. You do a phenomenal job.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. It's definitely like a major tone shift between Attack of the Corn Zombies and this one.
Yeah,
darker. There are a lot of weed jokes. I mean, there's some in this one, but the Attack of the Corn Zombies was very very playful, I guess. And there's not a lot of playing in this. It's actually heavy in a lot of parts.
The way I look at it is like this. Attack of the Corn Zombies was Night of the Living Dead. It was at the start. Obviously, people are chiefing. It's 1969. Peace, love, and harmony and all that shit. Now, there's no peace. There's no love. There's no harmony in the sequel. I love the dichotomy of it. So I think that's really going to reign true. Hey, what's happening, Mr. Turkey Man in the house? Dustin Hauser. He says, what? The devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
No.
How dare you? I'm reporting this movie.
Oh goodness. Oh man, just fucking awesome. There was a couple of well, actually, another film that I was going to.
Maggot. Sorry.
This one looks really fucking cool to me, and I want to check it out. The
Children of the Woods. Actually, that was put in. I think under the.
You had me at Upside Down Cross.
Yeah. Angel. That's the. Sorry, go ahead.
No. You go right ahead.
That's
What's
another.
Up, Tyler?
Good old Tyler. So the son of Jake Robinson.
Yes.
Feature, and it's shot on video. Actually, a lot of it, the parts that Angel Bradford, me, and some really cool, really good actors. Tyler Jean Wisnant, Kelsey's in it. We all know Kelsey, and fuck, I'm blanking on the Jake's cousin. And I'm sorry.
It happens.
If you see this, I apologize. But he's got a deep voice. That's all I know. But and he's like 16. But so that movie follows Angel's character. I play her big brother, and she her husband dies and is cremated. And one of her husband's last wishes were to kind of like spread his ashes at this tree or whatever in the wood at a certain location in the woods. Mm-hmm. And we kind of are like, hey, let's do it. We go out there, and it gets very heavy for Angel. It's probably Angel really freaking made me, like, as much as Shonda made me cry, Angel did the same thing in this one.
And I love those moments.
Kills, like, oh my god, like, I wish I could show you the clip, but I can probably get you a copy, honestly.
Dude, hey, I would love it. I'd be honored. Absolutely.
How spooky are we talking? We're talking. We got cult members. That Children of the Woods cult. Chris Lutterlow is part of the cult. He was there. Mm-hmm. And we had a lot of other cult members that were, just fucking us up. And, it's really good, and I think it's gonna do really well.
Those types of films, I think, add such a different sense, a more real sense of fear, and kind of like one of those films that just grabs you and doesn't let you go. Mm-hmm. Because usually when you have cult things going on, no one gets out, and when they try to, it's like the biggest fucking struggle ever. Mm-hmm. It's funny, I was just thinking, I know everyone's like, Reaper, come on, fuck you. I was thinking about Jamestown today. I had seen a meme earlier today, who delivers the biggest punch, and you have all these different heavyweight boxers of all time, the best of all time, and then you got the leader of the Jamestown cult. And I was like, ooh, do I want to post this though? But when I think about that, it's like cult people strip away and mind fuck everyone into the ground. Mm-hmm. And I think films like that, and I've watched many of them. What was it? Midsommar. Mm-hmm. Was one of those, and that film was so fucking disturbing. And I watched some of the most gruesome shit there is. It's like, ooh, grotesque. Give me the carnage. I love that. But in that, it's like, ooh, wait a minute. It kind of fucked with me. So, did you kind of get that feeling, during this film?
It's not as gore filled.
So it's more psychological.
Yeah, it's a lot more psychological, a lot more like kind of like you are doomed, and at a certain point. But also, it's. Have you seen Horror in the High Desert?
I have not. I'll have to put that on my list.
It's like a documentary horror where it kind of starts out as a documentary, but
Mm.
you kind of get to see the found footage kind of like in spurts in between it. So like while you're kind of learning about it, you kind of see like, oh shit, that happened. Learn about it, that happens. Oh wait, it's still happening. It's getting real. Like, and we're still. Ooh. And that's what. Have you seen the VHSs?
I've seen a couple of them. Yeah.
One segment is the people go into this monastery where fucking what am I trying to say? It pretty much ends with the devil coming out. And it's a cult thing, and then like the devil comes out and just fucking.
I didn't realize I was in it.
Yeah.
Fucking with you. I've played Satan twice, so
I can see it. but yeah, it's Children of the Woods is a really nice. I'm proud of it.
Very cool. Lizzie says, "Ooh, that sounds awesome."
I love Lizzie. Lizzie M, you're awesome.
And Dustin says, "Ooh, sounds up my alley. Where is this and many of your films streaming able to purchase?"
I know Children of the Woods is we premiered it at the Carolina Fear Fest, and right now we are distributing it through I forgot who, but we're still talking to the distributors, and in order to right now it's about 60 minutes long, 65, and they want it to be an hour 20. So
yeah.
So we're kind of for streaming platforms. So we are adding another 15 minutes to it, but nice. we're making sure that it's not repetitive, because you know how like a lot of these indie horror movies are just try to pad time with like interviews and like I mean all newscasts. I
always say Romero fucked us up with that in Night of the Living Dead, because they did so much TV, news in between just to like fill it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're not trying to do that, but that don't know. Crackoon, Screambox, or Amazon, Apple, probably other things, but I just know Screambox for Crackoon. Wendigo, the Wendigo is like my first feature film I was ever on. Is on Tubi. There's a couple other stuff I'm on.
Hell yeah.
On Tubi. Grandma you can buy on VHS from Bobby Knipe. I think he's selling it. So just a couple things. I don't know what else I'm in, but some of the movie I was in, I kind of do wish I wouldn't, but I won't say.
Shit. Dustin says that makes sense. Well, Reaper will keep us posted. Your projects sound very interesting.
Thank you, Dustin.
And as a matter of fact, I think it's a good time for us to. Some of you may have seen this before, some of you might not have, but the fact that Crackoon has just made its debut on Screambox, we're going to go ahead and show you the trailer for Crackoon. Check that shit out.
Got something a little extra special for you two tonight.
What the fuck you talking about?
Bro, I'm talking about the latest thing to hit town. Acid mind drainage.
Come on, man, it's my turn. Come on, man. No!
What you're seeing is the effects of a designer's so-called street drug.
Tonight is going to be the most epic night of our lives, man.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Danny, the is over. What are we going to
do? Be careful out there today.
I will. It's not like anything major is going to happen. It never does.
I need you to give the sheriff a call. We got 2 dead bodies up here on the mountain.
I don't know. Maybe a bear or a mountain lion? I'm not sure.
I am telling you, it's a killer raccoon, okay? It's all fucked up on drugs and shit.
Raccoon? Can't be.
Guys out there in the Morgrot universe, let me tell you, it's got all the gore. If you are a gore whore, you will love it. It's got it. And it's very well done. Again, the great Alan Carnes, did the work on the raccoon that all of the people trying to survive this whole thing get taken out by. It is first rate. Shit. I mean, the acting is definitely very good too. It's very much an homage, like I said, to like 90s horror. I think a lot of you will definitely enjoy it. It's fucking hilarious. But my big question is, why did you have to get destroyed while on the shitter?
Dude, because Angel's character wouldn't give me any toilet paper, dude. Like, if I just had toilet paper, I could have just done my thing and left. Like, come on.
You could have skipped all that.
I'll tell you what, whoever we were renting from should have refilled the toilet paper. And maybe I'd be alive. If there's a second one, in the second one.
Big fucking shout out to Brad Twigg. Definitely a great film. Yeah. So definitely check it out. It's on Screenbox right now. Amazon as well, if you want to go ahead and pay for it as well. Let's see here. Dustin says, I wondered what happened to that raccoon after Pocahontas. It looks ridiculous in the best way. I can't wait to see it. I mean, come on, man. It's like so many people. I love it. It's a play on people's affections for having raccoons as a pet.
And crack.
Crack. And once those two get mixed, you have a recipe for fucking awesome. I say, fuck Cocaine Bear. This is the film that you need to see. Yes. It's fucking phenomenal.
And the campiness, like
the campy.
You talked about what I like in horror, campiness. I love to see a horror movie with 4 or 5 people, 4 or 5 friends, go out in the woods, go somewhere, go ghost hunting, do something, and all of them just talking and just having a good time and just different dynamics. That's one of my favorite things to see in a horror movie, so because I can kind of relate to a character. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a tangent.
No, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I love what Aaron says here. He says, I'm telling you, Crackoon versus Killer Cox would be so badass.
Double feature, dude. Double feature.
We could do it in such a grindhouse kind of fashion.
Yes.
I think it would be epic beyond all belief.
Yeah.
Dude, especially since these chickens want to take all the humans out. There could be like an interspecies battle there as well.
Holy shit.
High Five would pick us up. Come on.
Holy shit.
I love it. So are there any kind of roles that you haven't done yet that you would like to do?
I'd like to do Viking, like a nice Viking, like I've seen Vikings, like Ragnar Lothbrok, like role type of role, or like Bjorn Ironside probably would be more.
Oh, Bjorn was
speed. Yeah, Bjorn. Alexander Ludwig, fucking amazing. He was amazing in that. Travis Flimmel, The Last Kingdom. If you've seen that,
dude, that's one of my favorites.
I like cried like every episode. I don't know.
When he went to fucking Valhalla, I lost my shit. You want to say? I'll tell you, that is the one time you would ever catch the big bad devil daddy himself, bawling like a fucking 2-year-old when that dude thought he was still alive, and here he is going into the hall with all his beloveds that had fallen.
Yeah.
That shit was hardcore.
Fucking
Oh
Uhtred,
my
son of
goodness.
Uhtred. It's a bebembe.
I could see you doing that, man.
Thank you.
People say that like the medieval like films are dead, and I think that show Vikings as well definitely has like brought it back, and people are hooked on it.
Yes. The also I don't know if you've seen Castlevania, but something one of the Belmonts I think would be a really fun role, like just having a whip and just going get the fucking demons. I think that'd be sick. That'd be awesome. And on the Belmont.
I mean, I could see you on the set of fucking Supernatural.
Yeah, I mean, just something. I haven't really done anything like too sci-fi-ish, and I think that'd be really fun to do.
Hell yeah! Any westerns?
Western, yes, Western. That would be my second one or third one, I guess. Western, yes, like a what's it called? Yellowstone, like that that sort of thing. Plus, I mean, I'm from the South, so your boy can put a Southern accent on if you want to. But yeah, that'd be really fun to do. It's just I would need to learn horseback riding, I assume, for a lot of this. So
for sure.
So
yeah, we could have used you on Down the Long River.
Down the Long River.
Yep, that was a spaghetti western that I did with Felissa Rose.
Ooh, Felicia, good old Felicia. Xander Mountain, or I think it was called, right? No, I don't
she's
know.
famous for Sleepaway Camp. So,
oh yeah,
yeah, she's an icon of horror.
Yes.
So, yeah, you would have been perfect there. I think alongside all the gunslingers, that would be badass.
Do that thing where you flip the gun over your finger and you just go.
Oh yeah,
that shit.
You could totally do it. Are you kidding me?
I was doing that with my machete.
Damn. Okay. Stay away from Hunter. You might put your eye out.
Yeah, it was I didn't do it successfully, but
yeah, man, just an amazing career, so many different dynamic roles, and we can't wait to see what you're going to do in the near future. So here's shameless plug time. What do you want everyone to go check out right now?
Crackoon. I was like, dude, Crackoon's really like the one that we're kind of like just really pushing out right now, because right now it's number 5 on Screenbox, I think. So I thought, dude, let's take that one number 1 from Terrifier 2. Terrifier 2's been out too long.
That's gonna be tough, but I don't know. It's a possibility.
Yeah. Hey man.
And then go ahead. Yep.
I don't know. But no,
do you want to tell us about your new role that you just got announced for? Perfect Soul?
Yes, sure. So Perfect Soul, I don't know. I mean, I don't know too much about the story, and I don't know how much I can give away. But I play Jeremy.
Brief.
I play Jeremy O'Reilly, and to put it simple, I had asked Steve if there was any role in Perfect Soul, because he had talked about it on set that I could audition for. And he says, yeah, if you're okay with an intimate scene or intimate scenes, kissing, whatever, with an older woman. And then I go, how old? Because my cutoff is 95. and
I love it.
And then he says the age, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're good. And he sends me and then he sends me the audition sides, and they're really good. Like, Steve is an amazing, not only writer, but screenwriter.
Yes.
And yeah, I really felt the role. And did the audition, and he said I did really well with it, and he cast me in it almost. So, there's a main character, Nikki, who the story kind of revolves around, and she is this kind of like very pure, I guess, raised in this very pure town of
very
perfect,
religious town. Yes.
very very religious town of Perfect is what it's called. And the town ain't so perfect as it's called.
Shocker.
And my character kind of has a little bit of an affair with the main character's mom or mother, some people say. And yeah, that's pretty much all that I think I can give out.
No, it definitely sounds really, really cool. When this Indiegogo comes around, as I'm sure they will probably do, y'all might want to, put your attention to that, because I think the story is really good. There's not a bad story, that comes out of AcroStars. This one's going to just be kind of a darker look at these quaint little towns that always try to like show this great Christian, love, if you will. And there's definitely inner demons, if you
hypocrisy.
Big hypocrisy. Everybody knows my philosophy on that. So this would definitely be a good film to check out as well. And we're very, very happy that you got that role, and definitely look forward to seeing it. Where can everybody in the Morgrot universe find you?
I'm at the Hunter Redfern on Instagram. I post a lot. I'm pretty frequent on that. And I guess it's Hunter Redfern on Facebook. Just type me in. And that's pretty much it, I guess. Probably
Nice.
the Instagram.
Super easy to find, so that you can kind of track everything that he's doing and coming up in the future. So I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight in the Underground. As I said, I like to mix it up and, try to show some of the shining male stars of the indie horror realm. You are definitely one of them, and we wish you nothing but the most success in your future endeavors. For everybody that has shown up for you tonight, what is your lasting message for them?
Be positive. Positive. Yep, that's it. I was going to try and go into a speech, but I'm just going to be positive.
You can go into a speech. Don't be afraid. See, this is why I say the best creatives, the best artists are in the underground. There's just there's nothing more real than that. You won't get that in the mainstream.
Yeah.
Be positive. Absolutely never fucking surrender and take what you want. That's what we do. We don't stop.
Yes.
You've been an awesome blast tonight, brother.
Thank you.
And all of you out there in the comments section, you guys have been super fucking supportive. It was so good to see so many of you that have worked with Hunter. And I've had the pleasure of working with you, which was this was a no-brainer for me. I was like, we got to have you on the show for sure.
Fun.
Absolutely. And we'll definitely have you back on. Don't forget, guys, coming this weekend, it's either going to be Friday or Sunday. The goddamn program will be back to make your gut bust and sin all you want to, as you very well know. So definitely stay peeled to the Morgrot Network for that, as well as Reapers Underground on Facebook and YouTube. And when you're thinking about some of the prolific characters that Hunter has done, or maybe you're thinking about his luxurious hair and you're so jealous, just remember, stay heavy.